Good morning, friends. I am so excited to be back here this morning. Happy Monday. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. And I think what we'll do is we'll give everybody a minute to log on um, and see who is here. Good morning, Annabelle. Oh, Annabelle, you have my favorite flower in your good morning. Good morning, Kaylin. Oh, I can't wait to tell you my story. I am so excited. You guys are not going to believe it. I'm going to wait until a few more people are here. And I'm hoping that Flicka doesn't distract us. Good morning, Harry. I hope you had a great weekend. We had some nice weather, didn't we? That was awesome to have some sun. It's hard to believe that we're starting another week of distance learning from our homes, but you guys are doing a great job. Hi, Rory. Hopefully everything sounds good and everything looks good. Um, I found a few things downstairs in my baskets of items that I brought home from school, and I'm excited to say I found my dry erase board with lines. So that is going to be very useful when we do our letters. Good morning, Adeline. Good morning, Cece. Good morning, Declan. All right, you guys, I have to tell you the story. I cannot wait any longer. Hopefully, almost everybody is here. The only one who's missing, I think, who's usually here in the morning. Oh, Tessa and Olivia aren't here yet. Oh, maybe we'll give them one more minute. It's a nature story. There's Tessa. Good morning, Tessa. So, Tessa, I have a very exciting story to share. You are going to be amazed. And I'm hoping that Flick has been very frisky this morning. I don't know what's going on. She wants to play. So if she starts whining, we're just going to ignore her because that would be distracting, right? So remember last week when I posted that I had a visitor and we had that little owl visit? Oh, maybe I can show you on my phone. I'm going to pull up on my phone. So Saturday, Nina had to get up and work really early. We had to get up at 5:45. It's terribly early for a Saturday, but that's her job and that's her schedule. And I like to give her a ride so she doesn't have to walk to work, which she can because it's close to our house. But, oh, I hope I can find the picture. Let me see. So we woke up, got up early. That's weird. I don't want recents. And we're getting ready to go. It's time basically to leave. Oh, I thought I could find it. I'll post it up on our classroom page. If I can find it. It's like it disappeared out of my phone. That is so odd. Anyway, so we're getting ready to leave, and all of a sudden, Nina kind of, well, she didn't really scream, but she's like, oh my goodness. Good morning, Eric. Eric, I have a big story. You're going to have to listen. It's crazy. So she looks out the window, out the sliding glass door on the back of my house, which looks into woods. We have woods behind us. And who does she see sitting on the rail of our chair out there? Baby owl. Baby owl came back, you guys. He was right outside my door. I couldn't believe it. So Nina and I stood and watched the baby owl for a few minutes until we really had to go so we could get her to work. And he was on the chair looking right at us. And I have a picture of it and I'll upload it later. And then he hopped off the chair and he hopped over to like the edge where the railing is, and he climbed slash flew up into the railing. It was crazy. So anyway, I we say goodbye to the baby owl. I think, okay, I'm not going to see the baby owl again. I come home, and usually, because it's so early, usually I just go back to sleep because it's too early to get up on a Saturday morning, right? At 6 o'clock, you guys might get up, but all the moms and dads out there are like, no way, 6 o'clock's too early. But I walk up, and who do I see on the ground still hanging out in the backyard? Baby owl. And I just couldn't even believe it. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, baby owl is still here. Then, good morning, Amelia. Amelia, crazy story. Wait until you hear. Then I look up into the woods, and another baby owl pops up. And I thought, you've got to be kidding me. My mind was blown. Then another baby owl. So how many is that so far? Do you guys know? Are you keeping track? Three. Three baby owls. Three baby owls in my backyard, you guys. They were so close I could practically touch them. So then I made the decision of not going to bed, and I came inside. I got my big camera. I got a cup of coffee, and I went outside at 6 in the morning and sat on my deck to watch the baby owls. So I'm watching and I'm listening, and they're making that like little trilling noise that they make. Oh my goodness. So I'm watching, and they all make their way up, and they make their way up into a tree. So I learned that these owls, they nest in holes in trees. Have you ever seen an old tree that has like a hole? That's kind of like something that you might see in a cartoon too, like an owl sticking his head out of the tree, right? So these baby owls each find their own tree and find a spot where there's support for them to sit. So it was almost like a little branch, like here's the big tree, and then there's a little branch right here. And the baby owl sat in the branch and leaned back against the tree. So all three of them are within my eyesight as I look. So I just stayed and watched. Then, oh my goodness, you're not even going to believe this. The dad owl came. The dad owl, bright orange dad owl came, or he was there and I hadn't seen him. And then all of a sudden I saw him. I was like, oh my gosh, I know we should name the babies. Oh my goodness, they are so cute. But wait, it gets even better. So I'm listening and I'm listening and I'm listening, and I can hear the baby owls. They're making their noises. And I can hear the dad owl. And the dad owl like whoos, hoo, hoo, hoo. The baby owls do a like, I can't even do it. It's like a trilling noise. And then all of a sudden I look up, and you know what I see sitting on another tree right in front of me that I hadn't seen the whole time? It was the mom owl. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So do you know how many owls I'm looking at now? Let's see. 3 plus 2. 5. But wait, it gets better. So I'm sitting, and literally I sat for an hour and a half watching the owls. People will probably think I'm crazy, but it was so exciting. They were so cool. And you know that owls are nocturnal, right? So these owls had been up all night doing their thing, learning how to hunt little bugs. I think they eat bugs and they eat small rodents. Make it my pet. Yeah, it's a family. Yes, it's a family. Oh my gosh, we have a family of owls in my woods. And then I kept hearing another owl, and I'm like, there is another baby owl out there. I can hear it. And all of a sudden, I'm watching the dad owl. I can't wait to upload these pictures for you guys. And the dad owl does this whoop, with his head, like he heard something like that was endangering the baby owl. And I saw the dad fly. He flew right in front of me like that. Well, not quite that close, but right in front of me. And he flew down into a section of our like our back woodsy yard where there are these big bushes. And I got up because I wanted to see where he went. And what pops up? Yep, you get it. You got it. Another baby owl. I think that the last baby owl that popped up might have been the owl that was underneath my deck last week, because he seemed to be a little confused and he didn't realize he was supposed to be up high in a tree so he could be safe. So I watched him and he flew up. Well, climbed up, jumped, hopped, climbed, jumped, kind of flew and found a little spot. But I never was able to find where he finally, I think they call it roosting. They roost during the day. So 4 babies, a mom and a dad. And then I saw both the mom and the dad again because they had, as I was watching the baby owl, mother owl flew away. But then she came back. So I have all these pictures to share with you. And I almost totally threw out all the read alouds and did all new read alouds about owls. But then I had to go. I couldn't. I didn't have enough time to do that over the weekend. I had other things that I had to do. But you want to know something really cool? So the owls, oh, this wasn't Saturday. This was yesterday. So the owls roosted in the morning. I know this is a long story. I'm so sorry. Thank you for being patient. It's so exciting to me. The owls roosted in the morning, and I kept watching them. They stayed there all day. They slept the whole day. And then, you guys, last night at like 7 o'clock, I think, we kept checking on them. And at 7 o'clock, they started waking up. They opened their eyes, they stretched their wings, and you know what we got to watch? Well, we saw the father owl came back. We saw him again. I knew they would come back. We got to see them all wake up and fly. They all flew from where they were right outside my door, and they flew to like the side woods on the other side of the house. So I got to see them like settle in for their day's nap. And then my whole family watched as they all woke up and they went off for their evening adventure. It was one of the most incredible experiences of my entire life. And I kid you not, it was unbelievable. So I will post pictures so you guys can see all the cool pictures and enjoy them. I think you'll like them. And maybe next week we'll do some owl read alouds. So now that I've shared my awesome long story with you, let's do a quick intro into what we're doing in reading and writing, and we know what we're doing in phonics, and then we'll get started right away. So I'm going to pull out my special binder, distance learning binder, so that I can talk to you about what we're doing. And I'm going to start with writing because writing is quick. We're working on our poetry challenges. So I hope you've been enjoying poetry. But remember, families, about the information that I shared with you in the writing video. So keep that in mind if poetry isn't the most fun for you guys. But today our poetry challenge is Pictures in Our Minds. So you're going to click on that and see what it says and do the best that you can. And for reading today, we're continuing being resourceful readers because, I mean, we're going to be resourceful readers for the rest of our lives. That's what we are. When we read as children and then we grow and we go to the next grade level, our resources grow with us and we use all the tools that we have. But today I want to talk to you especially about listening for what sounds right when you're reading a book. And I want you to really think about, like, we can think about the patterns in books. Does it sound right? Does the pattern sound right? We can think about sentences, how sentences would sound. And I also want us to think about, like, how it would sound when we're talking. Because books sound not the same, but they connect to the language we use when we speak. And if we're reading a book and it doesn't sound like a sentence we would say, then we need to go back and we need to check that out and see what we can do to fix it up. So I have a book that I'm going to share with you, and I have one page. We're not going to read the whole thing. And I'm going to show it to you right now. So I'm going to hold it close. Hatching Chicks. And this is something near and dear that I'm missing right now. But we can learn a little bit. We're learning about animals and plants and what they need to live and survive, right? So we can learn a little bit about hatching chicks. And I'm going to read you a sentence, and I want you to really think about if it sounds right. And as we're reading, we're always double checking. And even in some of my read alouds, and especially when I'm reading the chapter book, because I don't go back and restart, because you know what? When I read aloud, sometimes I make mistakes. And it's okay to make mistakes. That's when you go back and you double check and you go back and you reread it to fix your mistakes and to make your reading sound smooth, which is something we'll talk about too. So I'm going to use this page. I'm going to fold my book over so it's not confusing. So here's a hen, and it's hard to see, but in this picture, she's doing something very important that hens do when they have a clutch of eggs, which is like a bunch of eggs that they're going to hatch. So I'm going to read it, and I want you to listen. I'm not going to show you the words. I want you to listen and see if you can hear where it doesn't sound right, okay? A hen sit on her eggs. This hen is keep her eggs warm. Did it make sense the way I read it? Did it sound like it should sound if I were speaking? There were parts that were wrong, right? So I said a hen sit on her eggs. The way we should read it is a hen sits on her eggs. So what I did was I left off the ending, and that's a mistake. That's a common mistake that people might make, right? You leave off the ending. So it should say a hen sits on her eggs. And then I said, this hen is keep her eggs warm. Well, keep is a real word, but it doesn't make sense. It wouldn't be how you would say that sentence if you were talking to a friend or talking to someone about what the hen was doing. It should say, this hen is keeping her eggs warm. So again, it's a mistake of dropping the ending, which is a very common mistake. So I'm going to go back and reread this so that it sounds right. So sounding right is a little bit different than making sense, right? Does it sound right? I mean, they go hand in hand. But listen to this. A hen sits on her eggs. This hen is keeping her eggs warm. And we're going to, I think, use this page to practice some of the other strategies this week. So I'm going to point, because this is what pointer power would look like. A hen sits on her eggs. This hen is keeping her eggs warm. So today and every day when you are working with your reading, when you go off and read, I want you to remember to make sure that it sounds right, that it sounds like what a sentence in a book would sound like, or what a sentence that you say would sound like. It's really important. Now, let's quickly go over our agenda. Oops. We have already arrived. We're in morning meeting. Next, we have creative time, then read aloud and writing, lunch, listen to reading and chores, drawing and quiet time, math. We do not have fun with friends today because it's Monday, but tomorrow we'll have fun with friends and we'll have our movement challenge. And then how about we do, let's see, you guys love to build. Would it be too much to build after? Do you think we'd have enough time? I was thinking building or coloring because we don't have the whole time. So you guys can let me know what you think, building or coloring, or maybe that could just be a choice. You could build or you could color. Let's do that. That's a great idea. You could build or color tomorrow. I'll try to remember to post that on our classroom stream. All right, so now we're going to read our morning message. So let's see. Let me move my screen over. Oh my, here we go. Are you ready to follow along? Oh my goodness, such an exciting day. Here's my finger, I'm pointing to my words. Hello, friends. Today is Monday, May 18th, 2020. We will practice gym today. The letter of the day is F. The words of the week are boy, girl, friend, play, and has. I put some different words up this week. I hope we can have some fun with them. Building. Okay, that sounds good. I think building or drawing. You guys can decide. So, I put a message in the Google Classroom saying that the information in our morning meeting slides is correct. I share the ELA plans with the other kindergarten class, with the other kindergarten teacher, and she's not doing a letter on Fridays, but I think that we could do a letter on Fridays because you guys are so awesome. So today we're going to do the letter F. So let's look at that page. You ready? So I see our F. Oh, I didn't put the uppercase F's in here. I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that. I'll have to go back and fix it. But I'm going to look at F and say F, fan, F. Can you make that sound? Yeah, it's a quiet sound, isn't it? And now we're going to practice our letter F, and I'm kind of excited to use an actual school tool. Can you see it okay? Let me get my marker, which I just had. Here it is. All right, so let's see. What is the best way? So we're going to focus on lowercase f, and I'll go in, like I said, and I'll fix up that so you can have the uppercase language too. So we're going to start at the very top. A lot of the letters have started in the middle line. We're going to start at the very top. And this is how an F goes. Are you ready? So you hook from the top, come down, stop, and then a little line across. So I'm going to do it again. Hook from the top, down, stop, little line across. Hook from the top, down, stop, little line across. Hook from the top, down, stop, little line across. Hook from the top, down, little line across. All right, I did some different kinds of Fs. So if you look carefully, let's see, this one, oh my goodness. I went above the top line and below the bottom line. That's not my best F. This one, I didn't go all the way down. That's not my best F. I think my favorite is this one. So you can go ahead and practice that. And I know that we have ideas of how you can practice in different ways. And that is something that you and your family can decide to do. So I didn't color in all my pictures for my F page, but I drew my pictures. And actually, let me move this. Oh my goodness. Here we go. There. And I colored in my flag because that was the only way I could draw it and make sure I drew it accurately. So some of my ideas were flag, fan, just like our alphabet chart, right? Fish, and flower. I wonder what ideas you might have. There are so many different words that you can come up with. So I can't wait to see what your F page will look like. So keep up the good work. I'll have to color in mine later. Now, let's practice our first word of the day for this week. Our first word of the day is boy. And that's a word that you really kind of need to know in your brain, boy, because it's tricky to sound that word out and get the sounds down because I don't know, it's just a little hard. That's why it's called one of our snap words. So we're going to, should we look at it and notice what we notice? What do you notice about the word boy? I like the word boy because it has a tall letter and a hanging letter, right? Yeah, it does. It has one vowel. There's at least one letter. There's one letter from my first name and one letter from my last name. Do you have any letters in your name that are in the word boy? All right, so let's tap it out now. Ready? B-O-Y, boy. B-O-Y, boy. B-O-Y, boy. Other arm. B-O-Y, boy. B-O-Y, boy. B-O-Y, boy. Very good. Now, you can turn and, well, I guess we should practice writing it in the sky, right? Ooh, maybe I'll write it on the board. How exciting is that? All these new fun things. So ready? B-O-Y, boy. And do it again. B-O-Y, boy. And one last time. B-O-Y, boy. Did you skywrite the word boy 3 times? I hope so. Now you could use the word boy in a sentence. My sentence is, the boy down the street was riding his bike. I wonder what your sentence was. All right, now we're going to move right along. And we are going to look at our calendar. And we're going to check off today and the days for the weekend. And we're going to count how many days we have been in the month of May. And I think you guys probably already know, because the number of days we've been in May match the date. Remember what the date was? It was May 18th. So I'm going to hold the calendar and I'll point and we can count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 days. Look, we only have a few more days left in the month of May. I can't even believe it. Wow, this month has gone by so fast. So we are not going to do a number of the day because my story was very long. And if we do number of the day, it's going to make our meeting run over. So we are going to do the weather. And I'm considering whether we want to keep doing the number of the day or do we want to do some math story problems. That could be fun. So think about that, friends. And if parents have a preference, you can let me know. If you like the number of the day, we can keep doing it. But it might be fun to try out some story problems with the children. So I'm going to look out my door where I see the owls. And I looked for them this morning, friends, if you're wondering. No owls today. I'm hoping maybe they'll come back a different day. So I'm going to take my glasses off and look outside. I'm thankful that it's not raining, but it's gray out, so it is a cloudy day. I am going to color in a rectangle above cloudy. Cloudy is catching up to sunny, my little friends. Cloudy is catching up. Now I'm going to take out my phone. Siri's asking me to check the weather, so I'm going to click on Show the Weather in Plymouth. Ooh. Look at that. Can you see? It's 59 degrees out. 59. So I'll write 59 down and we'll have to color it in green, but let's see if there's any, oh, there's hardly any wind at all. It's a very calm day. Although I did hear that, I feel like a coastal storm might be coming and it will cause the oceans to be rough. But we'll get warm weather. I don't know. 5 miles an hour. It feels like 59. So I'm going to write 59 on Monday. I was kind of hoping that we were going to have a 60-degree weather because it would have been 3 Mondays in a row with a yellow square, but that's okay. 59 is close. All right, so let's look. Here you can see that cloudy is only one less than sunny. Cloudy's only one less. Rainy is 4 less than cloudy and 5 less than sunny. Wow. Now let's look here. 59 degrees. We still have a lot of green on our calendar. I wonder if it will start shifting to more yellow. It might. I hear the temperatures are going up. So friends, I hope that you have a fabulous Monday. I'm going to go on Google Classroom and look at all of your amazing work. I can't wait to see it. And remember to do a little bit of reading, a little bit of writing, a little bit of math, have some fun, be creative, be happy, be kind, do all of those things that we've learned how to do in kindergarten. I think that you will have a wonderful day if you include all of that. And I will see you all bright and early tomorrow for morning meeting. So have a great day. Bye, guys. There we go. Bye. Bye, friends.